Hey everyone, John for Popeyes Postcards. Today we're going to do a what sold video. I know I haven't done a video in a week. I just haven't had a whole bunch of new stuff to show you. Um, and It was a nice little break from not having to do a video. And I have a feeling going forward it might only be every week to get these videos done. So I'm not sure how I'm showing up here. Let me see if this helps a little bit. I got some new lighting down in the basement, and that may be throwing off my picture. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Not when you compare this to the last couple weeks, a little bit slower, but still a terrific week. $834, 91 orders on eBay. Over on Hit Postcard, I had $48 worth of orders, and I'm starting to build up my second store. And I did have a couple postcard sales over there and some dental books, and I think that was what was that? It was about $100 over on my other channel, which I'll share that in the future. I'm going to build it up first. So anyway, it's about 950, less than $1,000 for the week, but still pretty darn good. Let's get started. Not a whole bunch to show you this week. No outrageous sales. A lot of bread and butter, $6, $7 postcards. So we'll show you everything that sold about $10 and up. So this is Las Vegas street view of Sahara Hotel Casino, circa 1960s. Old time Las Vegas strip hotels. I've always done fairly well with those. So $9.99 for that card. Next is Easton, Pennsylvania Island Park closed amusement park roller coaster, circa 1910. So a nice old roller coaster on that card. And I took a best offer of $12. This came from the big postcard buyout last year, so I paid 8 cents, actually about 7.5 cents for that card. Next, this is a Valentine's Love's Greeting Boy and Girl Poem Unsigned Clapsaddle Wolf. So again, just know that that's an Allen Clapsaddle, a little rough condition, and of course again there's that wolf symbol you need to keep an eye out for. This came in the most recent big postcard buyout. Paid about a nickel I think for this card, $10.99 it went for. And I think this went to the same buyer, another Valentine Greeting Japanese Girl's Poem Unsigned Clapsaddle. And my research, I just looked up Ellen Clapsaddle Valentine's, and this one was attributed to her. So it went for $14.99. Doing pretty good with those Valentine's cards. Maryland Initiation Invite University of Maryland Agricultural College. I'm not sure if this was like for a fraternity or what this was for, but it's about bringing your candidate to some meeting on a specific date. So I'm not sure if I could narrow it down to a fraternity or exact organization. Might have sold for more. As it is, I took a best offer of $20 for that postcard. Okay, next we have Alderson, West Virginia, Greenbrier Baptist Church, circa 1909. And took a best offer of $10. This came from the big postcard buyout last year, so 7.5 cents for that card. Next is Bethany Beach, Delaware, early 1960s air view of town, beach, homes, cottages, and it sold for full asking price $15.59. Pretty much guarantee it doesn't look like that anymore. Probably big hotels, a lot more houses. So a beachy town. Not the best beach town in Delaware, but still pretty decent. $15.59. And I've had cards from Bethany Beach and Dewey Beach, and they haven't sold. So I think this one, just because of what it looks like in this 50-year-old photo, doesn't look like that anymore. So anyway, $15.59. This is Stevens Point, Wisconsin, Tap Room and Hotel Whitting E. John Pfiffner murals. I sold one of these a while ago to a lady who said that her dad or uncle painted this. I'm not sure if this went to her or not, but it sold for $14.99, and again paid 7.5 cents for that card. This is Capella, Calpella. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. 1911 view of residence and public school. It's just an old street view with some buildings. Yeah, not sure exactly where that is. Had this card for a while just based on my control number. It's probably a 2-year-old card. $12.49 it sold for. So in a multiple quantity order, again in and of themselves only a couple bucks. There is one good Patterson Silk Industry New Jersey card what sold for 14. The other ones were, I took best offers at 3. So a nice $23 order, and they paid for shipping. This is a women's suffrage, vote for women, husband feeding baby, 1910. So there's the vote for woman or women, and the man feeding the baby. I paid up for this card. I paid $9 for this card at that antique mall. You can see I had it for $35.99. I did take a best offer of $20 for that card. I thought my sales were kind of low for the week at the time, and I still made 11 bucks on that card, so I didn't think that was too awful bad. So next card is Observation Balloon, Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, real photo, circa 1919. And this one came from the big postcard buyout last spring. I paid about 7.5, 8 cents for that card, and it took a best offer at $21. Another Valentine's card, Cupid holding hearts, roses, Ernest Nister, and this one sold for $10.99. So Ernest Nister cards, you got to keep an eye out for, and again they'll be printed either on the front but mostly on the back, down on the corner, Ernest Nister, London. Okay, next card, Headquarters Army of the East, men with rifles, beer tent, real photo. I wish I could have tracked down exactly what this meant. It's a great subject matter, but I wish I could have tracked down exactly who these people are and what Army of the East meant. You know, were they veterans? Which actually they look a little bit too young to be veterans of like the Civil War, but maybe, you know, what's that, Spanish-American War, or is that the Mexican War? Whatever. I don't know if it's a veterans group. I paid $2.50 for this card. It came from the antique mall, and I did take a best offer. I think it was $20. Let me find it here. Yeah, $20, which still is a great value on this card. I really can't track down. I think it just went because of the guys drinking and just hanging out. So anyway, 20 bucks for that card. Okay, next card. This is Eastport, Maine, Water Street View, South. Circus poster, Coca-Cola, real photo. So there's the circus posters in the window, and there's a Coca-Cola somewhere in here. Oh, right there. So again, the background signs and scenes help sell this, and I did take a best offer of $20 for that card. Next, another ship postcard, White Star Line's Oceanic steamer ship, circa 1904. And there's a crease right down the center of that. And I took a best offer of $10 for that card. Next, Boston, Massachusetts, Old North End fish market, meat market, 1950s street vendors. Just nice 1950s street view. Good advertising up here. I didn't note that. But I took a best offer, I think at $12 for that card. I think I have 2 of these. Yep, 12 bucks for that card. Next is advertising. Is it Schaeferstown, Pennsylvania? Michter's Jughouse Distillery whiskey. It's more of a modern card. I think it's probably from the 70s, maybe even. Yeah, probably even maybe even a little later, maybe 80s. But I took a best offer, I think at $12 for that card. Yep, $12. This is East Oxford, New Jersey, view of town, 1907. And I believe I got this, yeah, paid $1.75 for this at that antique mall. And I took a best offer of $14 for that card. Next, I showed a similar card like this before. This is like an art card. So the artist cut out postage stamps and made this collage person with cut out postage stamps. And I'm not sure if the artist is listed on here. It just says stamp cards. And I took a best offer of $12 for that card. I just thought it was neat, really neat card. Paid. That probably came from the big postcard buyout, so I probably paid 8.5 or 7.5, 8 cents for that card. Okay, next is Bowers Beach, Delaware. This is exaggerated fish greetings. It takes a Ford car, and this is definitely that one of those beach towns you got to keep an eye out for. Bowers, Delaware, Bowers Beach, Delaware. Helps with the exaggerated fish. A little rough with the rounded corners and some creasing and some staining. And I can't remember exactly where I got this. I think I may have gotten it at a postcard club meeting, but I can't quite remember. But anyway, it sold full price, $29.99. Over on Hip Postcard, there's really only one good postcard sale, and that was George Washington birthday, and it's a clap saddle card. I can't really see very well, but it's signed down there in the bottom, clap saddle, and it sold for $15. Okay, before I get into the shows, there's one thing I want to share with you, and I'll link this below. I was contacted a week or two ago from a writer with estatesales.org. This lady runs, I guess, a section of that, like a forum type of thing, a blog, I guess, called The Goods. And she contacted me, wanted information about postcards, how to value them, all about postcards. And she interviewed, really more of a question and answer through email, myself and several other postcard dealers. So very comprehensive article, one of the better ones I've seen. Talks about the history, and it goes all through the different types of postcards. And I actually thought she may have misquoted, because she interviewed or got questions and answers from Pepe, P-E-P-E postcard, and I'm Popeyes Postcard, and I thought she may have just misspelled some things. But just a really good article. Again, very comprehensive. So if you get a chance, take a look at that article. Leave a comment for her. Share it. That would be awesome. Again, I'm just spreading the word about postcard. I get nothing out of this. So anyway, take a look at that. Like I said, I will link that in the comments below. But you can always go to estatesales.org and search for The Goods. So we'll go ahead and get into postcard shows coming up. I'll publish this today, which is January, 29th. Oh, if I didn't mention the cards, the sales were from the 19th through the 25th. So anyway, let me see. So we'll go to February 1st, Troy, Michigan. There's a postcard show. I guess it's the Detroit Postcard Show. February 7th and 8th, Amarillo, Texas. February 8th in Michigan, Okemos. 8th and 9th, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I might have to go to that one someday. A little bit warmer probably down there. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 14th and 16th. February 15th, Hagerstown, Maryland, I will be there as a buyer. February 23rd, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. February 29th, Leap Day, or Leap Year Day. Havre de Grace, Maryland. I will be there probably only as a buyer. I'm not setting up there. And we'll get the other ones later. So, anything going on in your world, postcard related, leave a comment below. As always, I thank you for watching.